Hello! I hope you're well. Welcome back to my channel. I haven't vlogged since we went away in Edinburgh, so I feel a little bit rusty. Bear with me, but we're gonna get there. So this vlog is a race vlog. 3 weeks after the Untitled 10k, I'm racing again tomorrow. So today's Friday, tomorrow is Saturday, and I'm racing a Tatton 10k race. I signed up ages ago, so I saw this one coming, unlike the other one. And I haven't filmed like a taper race prep week because my prep has been very similar to the previous one because it worked quite well. So I only made a few tweaks, which I'll talk about later in this video. But yeah, in 24 hours, the race will be over. I've got my race kit at the ready. So I'm going with the same New Balance shorts and the same Nike sports bra as last time, but I've just changed the top. I went for a New Balance top, and I got myself a fancy pair of shoes. These shoes will be perfect for races and also for like fast runs in trainings, intervals, tempo, all of that. They are the Nike Air Zoom Tempo Next Percent. I love them. So yeah, in terms of kit, that's it. And also, of course, I'll bring my race number magnets, which I loved last time, and I will use them again tomorrow. I highly recommend them. Today is all about relaxing, just trying not to get too nervous. I need to prepare my bag. I need to charge my watch. I need to charge this camera tonight. And before we know it, the race will be over. Oh. What time are we on? It's 4:06 p.m. I've just made myself a bowl of porridge with some frozen berries. It's actually quite warm, so let me just put it on the table. So yeah, as last time, I'm having porridge in the afternoon. Tonight, I will have some pasta and protein. I'm thinking pasta and tofu, but I don't want to have like a big bowl of pasta that's going to sit on my stomach all night. So yeah, so that's why I'm also having porridge now. So I've done pretty much everything the same, minus a few differences. First of all, the race day breakfast is going to be different. This week I've been trying a different breakfast and I think it's gonna work better. Basically a bagel, half of it with peanut butter, the other half with flour butter. When I tried it, I was able to have it less than 2 hours before my run and I felt absolutely fine and I had energy. I think the bagel is gonna just like sit better on my stomach, so that's what I'm going with. And then the second difference, well, the race is Saturday, the last race was a Sunday, so I have one less day this week, so I did one less run. So on Monday I did my intervals, nothing too hardcore, maybe 3-4k worth of like proper effort. And then Wednesday I did an easy 7k where I tried my new shoes and oh my gosh, I felt like I was flying. I was meant to go like really easy all the way, but I don't know, my legs were just like moving, flowing, and I am doing like quite a nice progression run, but just 7k, so that's what I did. And then this morning, the final run, I did an easy peasy 5k, and yeah, I went to the gym twice. I took a complete rest day yesterday. I only did a walk, like an active rest day, and here we are. So I'm gonna have my porridge, turn off the camera for today, and I'll see you tomorrow morning. Yeah, so it's probably meant to be like this. Yeah. Yeah. Might need to readjust, but
brilliant when you're done. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Good luck everybody out there today. Walk please until you pass Rob, who is at the front of the start line. This gets everybody out and over the line nice. And thank you so much for joining us. Checking the watch, another top 5 female finisher there. And wrapping up the top 5, our next finisher. So we had Chloe.
So baby, 44-42. Oh my gosh. I was like really fast on the first half. I'm so happy. Hello! It is Sunday, the day after the race, and I thought I would do a little race recap, show you my split, talk through everything. So yes, 10k PB, the official chip time is 44-42, and I still can't quite believe it. 23rd overall, 4th female. Like, it was not an elite race, don't get me wrong. I got in the top 5 female and top 25 overall because there were not many people and not many elite runners, but still, I'm just so happy I got this PB. My only goal was to do better than the last race where I had finished in 45 minutes 50 seconds. The race yesterday had more elevation, but I knew I could improve my time. I was actually hoping to maybe scrape like a 45:02, 45:03. It was my goal, like the long-term goal was to eventually do a sub 45min 10k. I did not expect it to happen yesterday, but it happened. Goal achieved. Obviously, running through Tatton Park is pretty epic. It's beautiful scenery, you see animals, you see water, so it helps you keep yourself distracted as well. So I think it helped me kind of like take my mind off the race sometimes. The marshals were just like super helpful and so supportive along the course. Thank you to the RunThrough team for putting up this event, and thank you of course to Ben for supporting me, helping me film, taking me to the race and all of that. It was also really nice that everything was close together, like the start line is the same as the finish line, the parking is nearby, you pick up your race numbers, the toilets, it's all in the same area, as opposed to the last race where you have to walk a K to get to the start line and then you have to walk a mile from the finish line to your car. Yesterday it was all together, so it was just a much quicker process. So I think this time around I went into the race much more prepared with a little bit of a race plan. So what we did is that with Ben we looked at the race on Strava and we looked at the elevation per K, and then Ben helped me figure out like which Ks I can push a little bit, which ones I can kind of like hold back because of the elevation to save myself. So yeah, comparing the two races I did, this one I went into it like much more prepared. It was a bit more strategic and it definitely helped me and it paid off. Okay, so now let's go on Strava, let's look at the splits, let's see what happened. So one thing I did differently yesterday is that from the get-go I was all in, I was pushing, and I told myself I'm gonna push hard for as long as I can, as opposed to the previous race. Well, with the lack of experience, maybe I was not like trusting myself enough to know that I would be able to sustain a certain pace for a long period of time. So I was more conservative 3 weeks ago than I was yesterday. So also it definitely helped. So the first K, 4:22, I remember being like, I feel really good, but maybe this is a little bit too fast. Maybe I should like tame it down a bit. So the second K, 4:32, I'm like, all right, that will do it. The third K was like a bit downhill and I could feel it. And I was just like feeling so good. I was pushing, I was passing a few people. 4:12. The fourth K, nothing to declare really, 4:25. Then halfway point, I was passing a few more people. I didn't stop to get water. Yeah, I was just feeling really good still. The 6th and 7th K, I heard in a video from a runner saying that the K6 and 7 in the 10k, they're just the hardest mentally. And yeah, I get that. Honestly, these ones mentally I was a little bit struggling. Physically, I was holding on, I was doing okay. I can't remember which K it was, if it was between 5 and 6 or between 6 and 7, but there was a marshal who basically said, well done, you're the 5th lady, and in front of me there was a woman, so she was the 4th lady. And at that point, I was like, I'm just gonna hold this place. I want to be in the top 5 women. I'm just not gonna let anyone run past me. So I carry on like this with this lady in front of me. I was not on her feet at all. She was maybe like 30 meters in front of me, and I did not even think that I would catch her at some point. I was happy with my 5th place, like 5th lady. The 8k, a bit downhill, I was okay, 4:27. The 9k was physically the toughest. It was, as you can see, the biggest elevation. My heart rate was quite high at this point, and yeah, I was struggling. I kind of like allowed myself to slow down a little bit because I knew at that point I had beaten my previous time. And I also wanted to finish with like a sprint finish. I didn't want my last K to be super slow because I was exhausted. So I was like, save yourself on this one. You're gonna need it later. And it's also around this time that I eventually ran past the 4th lady. So I took the 4th place. I was expecting her to catch me at some point, but she did not. So yeah, that's how we finished. But yeah, and then the last K, like the last K is so weird because you know you've got like 800 meters to go, 600 meters to go. You're like, oh my gosh, I can't anymore, and then you carry on, and then you can see the finish line. And then when I saw it, I just decided to sprint, and I went for it. And my last K, 4:31.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for joining us.
And yeah, this is how it happened. I still can't quite believe it. I am very happy with how I did. Obviously now I need another running goal because that 10k goal has been achieved. I think for the end of this year, I'm going to set myself a running goal for another distance and then maybe try and improve my 10k time at some point next year. So yes, but thank you so much for watching. Thank you for all the support on my Instagram post and all the replies to my Instagram stories yesterday about the race. Yeah, it's just really nice. Thank you for the support. Thank you again for watching this video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!